Today is literally the how do you say this? Hi everyone and welcome to my art channel. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a wonderful Merry Christmas. Yes, I started recording this video on actual Christmas Day. So sometime at the beginning of this month, another YouTuber who goes by the name of Thrifted Dragon reached out to me with the suggestion of collaboration. It was going to be my very first ever collaboration with anyone, so I was pretty excited about it, except I could not make the date that she originally suggested because I was extremely booked that day and I had another event going on. So we decided to keep the date open, and if I do manage to squeeze in the video with the collaboration project, to let her know, and here I am. And the project that Thrifted Dragon has suggested was our own version of a Christmas elf, or an elf on a shelf. And since obviously I couldn't make this project before Christmas, or in time for Christmas, I wanted to try and make it in time for the New Year's. So that means I have about a week to make this project. And in that case, I will not be able to remake one of my porcelain dolls because they are a lot more time consuming. So instead, I am going to use this tiny little cutie. Just look at her. Isn't she adorable? She actually was a part of a pack that I ordered online as gifts for my friend's daughters, and she was just extra. So I kept her around in hopes that one day I might do something with her, and I guess today is that day. So I'm gonna do something a little different. Here's an interesting thing, you guys, though. Just because I couldn't make the Christmas elf in time for Christmas, that doesn't mean all is lost for me, because I actually come from Ukraine, one of those Slavic countries, and in Slavic countries, they celebrate Christmas a little bit differently than we do here in America. In fact, they don't put as much emphasis on Christmas. They actually celebrate a New Year's, the way we celebrate Christmas. Growing up, when I was a little girl, New Year's was always a big thing. New Year's is when they, put out the Christmas trees and decorate it and everything, and Santa comes and gifts and everything. Everything basically we do here for Christmas, they typically do it over there for New Year's. And another interesting thing, the New Year's celebration takes place in school. Yes, that's right. It's one of those big events they have over there in schools, like here in America, or perhaps even in other countries, they have like graduation ball or prom. That's the way they celebrate New Year's over there. It's a pretty big thing. They get one of those really big Christmas trees and they put it in one of the biggest rooms in the school, which usually is the gym. They decorate that. And here's another interesting fact for those who didn't know, is that all the children in schools, they actually get to dress up in costumes. Much like in America, they do it kind of like for Halloween, but there, they do it for the New Year's Eve. They dress up in different costumes and they all gather in school in the, decorated gym, and they sing and do performances and everything, and just a grand old big celebration where they receive gifts and stuff. It's really fun. Yeah, so that's the way they celebrate New Year's over there. And I remember it clearly since I was a little girl. It's grand. So I am going to turn this adorable little doll into a little girl who's dressed up as a tiny little elf for her school's New Year's Eve celebration. I know that she pretty much already is dressed for the New Year's in her adorable little bunny outfit, and it is very cute. I am not going to destroy it. I'm going to keep this outfit as an extra for her to change back into. But yeah, I am going to give her a total makeover and make her a little Christmas elf costume as well. and maybe a few accessories like a bag of gifts or anything else that I might remember from my childhood memories. Gonna see if I can make this special and linked to my childhood. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to check out Thrifted Dragon's channel. She is really great at what she does. I am going to add the link to her channel in the comment section down below, so you can go ahead and check it out and support her channel by subscribing and giving her likes. You will love the projects that Thrifted Dragon does. They are quite amazing. I was blown away, so yeah. Anyway, and as I always like to say, without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right. Well, let's get started, shall we? This is so cute. So, take her dress off. Very cute. Okay, so one cool thing about this tiny little doll is that she is fully articulated. As you can see, her knees and her ankles are bendable, also her elbows and even wrists. That is so adorable. I've never seen a doll this tiny to be so fully articulated. It's great. So I need to remove her hair because her hair, it really doesn't go with the doll this size because it's a regular synthetic hair and it's really super thick and it's very sparsely rooted. Yeah, so I'm gonna change her hair, but I'm gonna try making her hair out of yarn. Never done that before and I'm pretty excited to try out. So yeah, for now I have to remove her head and remove her hair. Let's see if I can actually remove these eyes so that I don't ruin them. I use my hair dryer to soften her head so that it could be easily removed. Then I use a very small pair of scissors to chop all her hair off, which probably was not the best idea because they were giving me quite the pain in my fingers. So I'm going to end up with a bunch of hair in my coffee now. But that's okay. I mean, my coffee mug has seen almost any work of art that I've worked with. Yeah. My coffee mug is pretty used to it by now. Okay, so the hair is chopped off and I'm just going to throw this away because I am not going to use it for anywhere. And now I just have to see if I can shave her a little bit more. Okay, I think this is as close as it's gonna get. So now I have to get inside there and get all this hair out. So I think I need to warm up her head a little more. There's something inside. There's like a little plastic. I can get it out. What is that? Okay, I think I need a pair of tweezers for this. So the mysterious object that was jiggling around inside her head turned out to be a piece of eraser. More precisely, an eraser off of a pencil. How it got there, however, we shall never know. It's an unsolvable mystery, because the doll I purchased was supposed to be a brand new. This is gonna take a while.
One eternity later.
Okay, with much struggle, I finally managed to get all the hairs out. Now I need to see if I can take her eyes out. One eye out. And the second eye out. Yay! I got the eyes out without damaging them. And now sit back, relax, and watch a very lovely montage of me removing her original face with 100% pure acetone, then using a combination of pastels and watercolor pencils to give her a brand new face, which was actually not that easy on such a tiny piece of canvas. Okay, I am pretty happy with the way her face turned out. So I am not going to blush her entire body because it's going to be covered underneath the outfit anyway. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a blushing on her hands though. Okay, so I wanted to give her this, bright red hair. So that's why I gave her red eyebrows. But apparently I don't have red yarn, but I have this cream color yarn. So what I'm gonna do is to dye this yarn the color that I need it to be. And I'm going to try doing that using these fabric dyes, so we shall see how that will turn out. In order to get that burnt orange color that I'm looking for, I am going to mix the red dye and the yellow dye in a bowl of hot water. Then I'm going to soak the yarn in it overnight. Looks like spaghetti. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it and leave it overnight, and we'll continue this project tomorrow. Alright, so this is the next day, and it's been sitting in this dye for, I think, maybe a little over 12 hours or so. Let's see how it's doing. Okay. Chances are it might not have dyed. I'll know after I actually rinse this out. So I'm gonna go quickly rinse this out.
A few moments later.
As you can see, it did not take the color at all. I think it's because this yarn is polyester and this dye is specifically for natural fibers. Let's see. Oh, so you're supposed to just like dye it directly and not rinse it, but just like let it dry on it. Oh, I messed up. I mean, it didn't change color at all whatsoever. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have the time to deal with this right now and try to re-dye it again, so I'm gonna see if I can come up with something else. Okay, after some deliberation, I've decided I think I'm going to just stick with this white hair, or this white hair for her. I mean, I really like this yarn. I think it's the best one I've got, and I think it just works. It's gonna work perfect for hair. I mean, she's a winter elf, so I think it should look pretty. Okay, let's do this. But before I do that, I probably should put her eyes back in. And the second eye in. Oh, she looks adorable. Okay, time to make the hair. Where's my... Okay. So the way I've seen other artists do it is they take a little wooden stick or a dowel. They cut short pieces, them about this long, and then tie them to the wooden dowel. Yeah. All right. That looks like I'm about to do some macrame. And now I guess I have to separate all of these wefts. Whew, as always, gonna take a while. I don't like that this thing's moving around. Alright, so the strands have been separated. Now I have to brush them out. And I'm gonna do that using a pet brush. Oh wow. Does it always happen like that? I mean, is that normal? Oh my goodness, I'm losing a lot of hair here. Okay, this is all the hair I have left. I'm gonna give it a go. So, yeah. Feels real nice though. Now here comes the gluing hair to her head part, which should be fun. So while we wait for her hair to dry, let's talk about her outfit. Okay, I created a little sketch of the outfit I want to make for her. Since this is supposed to be our own reimagined version of a Christmas elf, I am going to do something different with her outfit than typical traditional red and green colors we usually see. And since this project is inspired by a Slavic tradition, I am going to stick to that palette. According to a Slavic Christmas folklore, Santa Claus is not actually called Santa Claus. He is called Saint Nicholas or Ded Moroz, which literally translates as Grandpa Frost. And he does not actually have an armada of elves helping him build all the toys. He only has one assistant, supposedly his granddaughter called Snihurechka, which roughly would translate as the Snow Maiden. And she usually appears everywhere alongside Ded Moroz, including to deliver all the gifts to the children. The pair of them is the highlight of the children's school New Year's Eve celebration and pretty much the mascot of Slavic winter holidays. But since we're making an elf here, I'm going to turn her into If Snihurechka Was an Elf doll. So I'm going to stick to the Snow White and Minty Blues color scheme. Alright, so these are scraps and bits and pieces of my previous projects. I'm going to reuse them to make her a little outfit. Let's quickly draft a pattern. Then, as usual, I transfer all my pattern pieces onto the fabric
cut them out, and start putting them together. I paint on some stripes with a blue dye marker to create that blue candy cane-ish effect. This is what I got after giving it a quick rinse. Since those pieces are so very tiny, I stitched them by hand instead of using my sewing machine.
Okay, now that her outfit is almost complete, let's try making her shoes out of a Warbler thermoplastic.
Alright, all the pieces are cut out. And now watch me struggle trying to bend this Warbler to my will, which is actually very stubborn. I don't know why I find working with thermoplastic particularly challenging for me. her shoes turned out to be a little on the lopsided side, but hopefully the paint and a little bit of a decoration will hide that. And while they're drying, I am going to accessorize her outfit. Back to the shoes. I add another coat of paint and frost them with glitter to hide all of my imperfections. And when they're nice and dry, I decorate them. And now let's style her hair and put her together. Alright, I am very happy with the way she turned out. She's just so adorable. She turned out to be looking a little bit more wintry than I expected. More like she's actually going to play out in the snow instead of going to a New Year's Eve party because she's dressed so warmly, but you know, I don't regret it. I love how her outfit turned out. It's just so adorable. So I think I actually want to make her a sleigh. I know this video is turning out to be a bit long, and I thank you so much for staying with me up until now, but she gotta have her sleigh.